welcome back to Great Build Series. This is episode number 84, and so we're with the race boat. And so I've done a lot of work on this off screen and got this kind of pretty much close to being ready. Operationally, it runs really well. I've left just a couple little decorating things to do on the build series here, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead, and this will be in the arsenal, and hopefully use it for some rescues. So let's go ahead and bring in the workbench. So most of this is up and running well. The systems are working. Speeds are where I want them. I have a bunch of the gauging in there that I want. That reminds me, I just need to go like this, and then that will power these up. So all my gauges are up and running well. Just need to plug in a couple more things. All right, and so that's good, and that's up and running. And so what I want to do is finish some of the interior designing, and then what that will allow me to do is we can put this in the world and pretty much be good to go, I think. So let's go ahead and look inside here. So I had to change up the area to go down because of some game issues. You know, it was getting water in there, so this will prevent that. Still looks pretty realistic how it's supposed to be. Put in a lav. Gonna have a sitting area here like a couch. And then we have some cabinetry here. And then in here is a sleeping area for one. And then this is a dead space in the bow. So let's go ahead and let's work on this. All right, so looking at some of the designs of the cigarette boat interiors. Some really cool colorations in there. So I'm kind of keeping it kind of open to what I want to do for design work in there. There are often some bold colors. My boat currently is not super bold in colors, but I kind of want to just kind of looking at how they have some of this done and trying to get that going. And then, you know, there's also a difference on how things look in game. So let's find a countertop color. So maybe we'll go with this green here. It's a nice dark green, so it'll come out probably pretty dark, which is good. Maybe we'll do backsplash as well. I think that looks good with a backsplash on there. All right, and then I'm probably, let's see, what do I want for cabinetry here? Trying to do a little bit of bold coloring in here, just try to get it going. And we'll see how this all turns out once I kind of get it in there. You know, it's a big difference between what it looks like in game and what it looks like, you know, in the editor. So. All right, then this is going to be a sink. Like so. All right, so there is the sink. I don't like it coming off the wall there. You wouldn't be plumbing it through that wall, probably. Just do that for now. Looks a little weird with the backsplash not carried through, so let's carry the backsplash through. All right, and we'll do this here. So I don't need this finished, you know, anywhere near a finish down here. I just want to make it so that when we actually go to use this for rescue missions, it doesn't look just like really garish and miserable. I want it to look, oh, come on, get out of there, you. I want this to look pretty finished so that as we use it, it's, you know, Has that usable feeling to it. Doesn't seem like it's just half done. Wants to be whole done. So probably do a little bit of a light color in here. So this is kind of my color scheme up here for the exterior. So I carried the floor color down there. And then I kind of want maybe, I don't know, have a mini a beige. I'm going to color it with the paintbrush because I don't want like engine room. If I do open that up, I want to be able to, ooh, see, it can't be that beige because of the cabinetry. So what I'll do is maybe I'll beige out this wall and I'll put a more bold cabinetry on there. That's, I think, what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to keep them separate colors so that I can easily color swap them and change up the look. I try to keep some colors off so that I can easily just have some unique colors to certain areas. That makes color swap very easy to do. I don't like how it colors that frame. I wish I could just color just the door, but it's not the end of the world. You know, I also kind of trying to keep this a little bit 80s theme, so I'm going to put in 80s cigarette boat interior. And that'll give me a little bit more of a, try to see if they're not showing, I don't get many pictures of the old school ones, but probably quite garish. All right, and then probably like a lighter beige up on the ceiling here. And again, I can color swap all this out. Maybe I'll do some bold fabrics, maybe change the seat colors to like a red or something. This kind of sticks out, but it's not the end of the world. You actually do get some of these hatches and stuff. They have some, their framing kind of sticks out IRL, so I'm not really worried about it. All right, do we have a bolder color for these cabinets here? All right, so I'm going to go a digit off on this, and that will make it so that I can color swap this again if I need to, and that my seating color is that color. So that'll make it so that that doesn't cause me problems. Let's take a look in here and see how it looks. Because again, the editor's so much different than sometimes than what the game looks like. So this is actually pretty good. This looks pretty, I'm digging on this color scheme. That's looking pretty good in there. Lav. Seating area will sit here. Okay, I'm digging that. Turning it into an actual useful, nice space. Let's go ahead and save this. So let's go. Okay, and then what I want to do is grab my tugboat. And then I have a couch I can use in here. It's not super duper, you know, unique or anything, but it just makes it easier to grab. Save me a tiny bit of work on there, and then if I want to redesign it a little bit later, I can, but this just gets it in there. So I probably don't want this color, but I can recolor it by hand. All right, we're one short of being able to put another seat in there. That's fine. I'll extend the cabinet over a bit. I'll probably go more bold, like 80s colors here. A little bit. There we go. Put that there. I want that grab. What is blocking this from placing here? Should grab onto this. I don't know why it won't. There we go. Okay. It was just being particular. All right, and I'll extend this out one. Just do this instead. I have symmetry on, don't I? Okay, that's fine. I'll work with it in a second. Luckily, I didn't destroy much. Ah, dude, come on. Color swap. Killing me. All right, so that blends in, and then I definitely want to change this. Let's see, can I have some sort of 80s color? I don't know. Or a red couch, maybe. I don't know. See, problem is I'm using this red elsewhere, so kind of thinking, do I want to maybe this burgundy? See how dark that looks when I get it in there. It's probably gonna be pretty dark, but we'll figure it out here in a second. Try to see a little bit. Want a little bit contrast in there. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be better. We'll have to see how it looks. All right, so that's looking pretty good there. I burgundied up the seats up here. I had to fix one of my cooling systems here. I just noticed it was sticking out the side, so I had to improve the cooling system just because I've greatly increased the RPS to get a little more power out of the sucker, and so moving some things around. So I added a second cooling loop, but I need to redo how I'm doing it here. So see, I need to tie into this. I need to tie into this side here to make sure all three banks are tied in. And so I put a second loop here, here, and then this one's going to be problematic because that is some slope blocks there. So I need to just fix this one. I need to find an inlet. So what we'll end up doing on this one is I'm going to cut into the wall. Problem is I need to make sure this is getting water flow. So I need to figure out the cooling loop on this side here, which I should be able to do if I just cut this battery and move it. So I'll try to make this as simple as possible. Simple is safe. So, and then what I'll do is that will go like so. So one of these will be different, which is always concerns me a little bit making one different just because you can have some issues with that. But I think we'll be all right here. So I'm going to grab this through here. Copy that. Okay, that will go like that. And then the inflow needs to come in from the bottom of water to make sure that it is, getting water. But the outflow can go above the water line, so that's not an issue. So I can just punch that right through the side if need be. Which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Let me see. Can I punch it here? Is this? I just don't want to cut in a slope block. That's a slope block there. So let's grab this again. Let's cut this and move this back one. This will be a little bit different on the number 1 engine, which is fine. Often you have this type of issue where one of the systems is necessarily different than the others because of where things are. All right, merge some stuff together. All right, so that is there, and then what we can do is we can just go up and punch right out here for the system there. And that's going to be where it outflows, so that can be above the waterline. The inlets need to be below the waterline. All right, good. So that fixes our cooling system there. So that should be good. All right, let's continue on a little interior design. I want to get this out on a mission, hopefully. So that's looking pretty good there. This can go. All right, nice. We don't really need a lav right now. We just need enough seating so that people can sit. And then I want to put in, that's fuel tank. We have quite a large fuel tank in here. What is all this brown here? That's below the seats. Okay. That's below the seats here. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the underseat area for storage. And so this will be FireX, defib, torch. I don't know if I like that. Let's see if I can find a better place for that stuff. Let's see if I make an equipment locker somewhere. Could actually make the cabinetry accessible. I could do that. Trying to think how I can place this in here and then make the cabinets work. Yeah, making some of the cabinets work would be kind of a cool idea to do. So, torch and FireX goes there, and then I just need to open this cabinet door, so go. Okay. All right, nice. And then this will go like that. Gonna paint this up there. It's outside, so I can actually get to it. Cut that and put it back in. All right, so there's our cabinet door. Should go like this. All right, so there's our cabinet door. That will give us access in here to some supplies. Oh, come on. Don't be a complete pain with me trying to do this, guy. There we go. All right. So that is this cabinet door here. And we have 2 and 2 here. Just trying to figure out where I want all these doors. There'll be a door here, door here. So we'll go like so. We'll do a door here, I think. How many panels can I do? 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 there. Maybe we'll do them like that. So be there, and then under the sink will necessarily be smaller. So let's do 4 and 4 there. So be here, here. Okay. And then this will go cut, cut. This will go cut, cut up that. Can't cut. Okay, that's good to know. So that one can't cut. That one can't cut either. Move. These aren't going to be. So this one's not getting the treatment on this side, which is fine. So we can put a couple things in here. All right, so this side I can do. Can I? I haven't decided yet. I can put them up high probably, but I think this side I can cut in. Yep, this side I can cut in, and then this one here is cutting in like that. Just double check and make sure I'm grabbing robotics, because if I grab velocities, we're going to have issues. All right, and so I think I'm actually going to go. And I think I'm going to put the actual door, the handles on the, right here on the doors themselves. So that's going to go there, that'll go there, that'll go there. All right. Let's go. Flip switch, 1. Nope, I don't want it in this position. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'll do a flip switch. Maybe an arrow button. Arrow button down for 2. So that'll be 1. I think we'll do toggle. None. None. Okay. I think we're going to do a panel for each one anyway. All right, good. And let's see, what do I want to do next here? Fix some paint here. Paint there, paint there. All right, and so let's get a, I think I have one called door. Door, one of them's composite. That's this one. I just need to fix it. All right, let's see. Button, pivot, okay. All right, so this is already set up to be looping. It starts at the 0 position. That is good. These are looping, so that's good. Okay, this is going 2 different buttons. I don't want that. I want one. Okay, like so. Composite goes there, and then there goes to there. And then these all just need to be changed back to pushes. Okay. That'll give us a little bit of storage in kind of a clean way. Let's see, where can I stick these? Probably somewhere else. Stick them on the wall here is fine. Stick those right there. Fix the paint on the outside here. Bingo. All right, and let's get some electricity going. So these should be, I don't want the system's master on to be powering these. I just want to be able to operate these. So these should go into the battery side, which is this side. All right, anything else that needs power? Not yet. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to put in this one. So this one here is tough because this is here. So what I'm going to do is put them right up against the doors. And so I want a defib. That will go right there. And what else we need? So we have some first aid kits underneath the seat already. We have a torch and a fire X. Let's do a welding torch. Underwater welding torch, if I can remember what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, so that will be there. Right up against the door. This one has a little bit of space inside. I like that a little bit better. Let's fix a little bit of painting, and then I want to get moving on this. I want to be able to go do a mission. So. All right, so that's fine. All right, electricity. So this is going to be off the master. I only want that charging when it's off the master. Where are we at here? Let's see if I can grab it again. I think the defib just needs to be charged. Okay, that's good. So let's go. Flashlight. Do night vision binoculars. Those can be powered via the panel. That's fine. All right, I think we're in good shape here. So we have, a little bit of everything we need to do rescues. I'm not going to spend too much time doing this. All right, now I'll see you guys in the career build series save. All right, so this is right where we left off in the career build series save. Have my tow truck there. We just did a rescue mission. I don't see why it won't. Okay, we're in reverse now. Are we in reverse? Let me see what's going on here. Attack. Release parking brake. Am I started? Should be in reverse. Oh, I put on the brakes because my parking brake wasn't hooked up. That would be why. It's been a little while since I've run the save, so. All right, I'll go ahead and time lapse out, and we'll see when we get there. All right, so we're back here at the Spycakes, and we'll go park this up, and this will allow me to launch the new cigarette boat, and we'll go do some rescues. We have a couple things up that we can easily reach. I've tested this boat up to about 50 knots of wind. It can go pretty much full speed up to 50 knots of wind. I haven't tested completely everything at that speed, but you know, if I need to, I can. What is going on here? Oh, I forgot there's no parking brake on here. If you know, I can just pull back the thrust and we'll be good for more wind. But it's one thing a lot of people don't like to do is pull back the thrust, and they wonder why their boat flips. A boat will flip going 100 miles an hour with a strong headwind. It will do it. You're getting a lot of lift off of that. So let's go ahead and let's look at the missions. We have a tow. We are certain yeah, see, we're not doing a tow with this. That is an underwater shark cage. That will eventually be cool to do that with subs and stuff. I'm going to wait till we find out what's going on with compressible gases. But this one's been sitting over here for a little while. It's a blue boat, requires servicing. So we're up here at Spycakes. We're going to head down, and that way if we need to go to FJ for something, we can as well. So let's go ahead and do that. We do have a couple torches on there. Let me make sure that hooking up my switches, I want to make sure that all my cabinetry is working. All right. We're probably not going to be able to fill this with fuel completely, but we don't need to either. I don't have any lighting down here, but I think we'll be fine. I'll have a flashlight, so. Let's see. Make sure these are all connected. They are. Make sure that's all connected. That is. Electricity should be good. All right. Let's hope that this works for us. Because so can't fill this completely with diesel, which is fine. We should have plenty to get where we're going. The seas are quite rough. I have tested this up to about 50%. I have to start, depending upon how you're going off the waves, you will have to bring it down. These are designed to go off of, you know, these are designed to go out in some pretty rough conditions here, but you just have to keep that in mind. Alright, and let's put those flashlight back. Alright, so I have, my keys are a little bit different because I have 3 engines. So I have WS is port, up down is starboard, and then 3 and 4 are the center. That allows me to control that one as well. I can also independently control them here. I don't have the sync or the idle set yet. The idle is actually on spacebar as well. That's kind of my emergency all stop. Put a compass in there really quick, and let's go ahead and head down there. So let's look at where we are going. So we're going down, we're over here. And so if we look, this is 180. So we're here. That'll be a 180. That'll be a 90. So we're about, oh, maybe, I don't know. Probably not half. So we're probably talking, let's do like a 150 heading. So let's try that. At least we'll hit the continent, and we'll be good there. Alrighty, let's get getting. Alright, here we go. And luckily we can go with the waves a little bit here. So let's look for our heading. So about there is probably the most I want to go. So let's start hitting. We're doing about 80. The wind will slow us down. You see we're doing 100 when we jump out. This will do 114 in calm seas. Well, you see we're reliably hitting 100 knots, and that's knots, so that's like 115 miles an hour. Not like, it is 115 miles an hour. But, so that's 115 miles an hour. So pretty respectable to be hammering around. So that's what these were designed for. These offshore powerboats is for really hammering fast. They will do that. You can see videos of them doing that. You have to be careful out here. Accelerating or speeding around too fast, they will dive. So, but this will keep pretty. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so that tells me I need to slow down a little bit. So let's slow down a hair. So there's a couple systems at play. If you want, so the waves are starting to get too crazy now. The system I'm using is a simple altimeter system. That works fine up until a point. What the altimeter system is trying to do is it's always trying to keep us at sea level, essentially. So as you can see, it gives us a natural effect of the waves. We end up crashing down because, you know, gravity would do that to us IRL. If you want to cut right through, let's see if I can get it flipped. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start slowing down. So I'll slow down, I'll talk about it. So the altimeter system is going to give it realistic behavior because it's going to act like gravity, and it's going to pull the bow back down like gravity would. As you can see, we had a flippy there, and all you need to do to kind of counteract that is to slow down. And a lot of people don't want to slow down. They think they can always go at 100 knots even in heavy seas. Look how heavy these seas are getting. We're going to want to slow down in this. So we're up to, oh, where are we at? We're at 48% wind. So you see, we're still going 50 knots. 50 knots is no joke in waves like this. 50 knots would be brutal. But as you can see, this boat can handle the speed fine. It's just not going to be able to do 100 in this type of wave. Up to about 30%, I can go 100, no problem. It will go 114 in calm seas. So we're going to have to slow down just a little bit. So we're only doing about 40 to 50 knots. So we're still doing a really respectable speed, just not, you know, not what we would, not the maximum here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll time lapse out. I need to kind of keep us on heading here, and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so here we are. As you can see, I got up to full speed for a little while there. The waves calmed down. You see, we're still doing 100 knots, and I pulled the engines back a little bit. So we chop came down enough that I could get up to speed here. So let's start dragging our engines back here. So this boat looks like it's going slow at 60, but we're doing 60 knots, as you can see. And here's our rescue. So this is going to be a great new tool. I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be a fun way to go super fast. I don't like a rescue boat that looks unrealistic. This is thematically, designed to be a race boat. And so, we kind of expect it to do what it's doing. So I'm going to just use my center screw to come up here. So I can just use my... Oh, I accidentally jumped out of the seat. Come on, get in the seat. Ding, ding. Alright, so I'm just using the center screw to come in. And that allows me to kind of keep my speed a little bit lower here because I'm just running one screw. Alright, and zero thrust. Let's get a little bit of a screenshotty for the old video. And so if you're trying to take some pictures, I recommend dragging your contrast up. The game is incredibly washed out. That will help you get some better screenshots if you're interested. But so this looks good. It's a nice rescue mission here. Let's see what it's said to do. As you can see, the navigating is not too bad. If it was super foggy, it'd be tough, but I kind of guessed a 166, and it got us to about here. We had a wind coming from, it was probably more like this, so it was pushing us more this way the whole time, but, 180, 90, cut it in half, pretty close. And I favored a little bit on this side, because once you can see the continent, you can follow it. Let's see what this mission does. Conduct repairs. Okay, so just repairing the winch. So I'm going to go up just a little bit here. I want to get close. So I'm just tapping up my 3 key. I'm just using the center screw because that won't turn me any because it's in the center. And I don't have to worry about steering. Alright, center it up. And then we need a repair torch. I already have a Fire X on me. Oh, come on. Come on, dude. Get in there. Okay, where are we talking here? Let's just dump what I have in my hands here, which is that. Let's grab the repair torch, and then we'll dump that there. And then this can go back in here. And we'll grab the torch. Nice. I think it's cool having the cabinets that have the stuff in it. A little bit cleaner of a operation. And let's do mission stay dry if we can. So the front winch. There we go. So there's $2,000. Not a ton of money, but it was a fun little mission to do. Probably doesn't cover our fuel. This thing isn't that bad on fuel, but it is not good on fuel. Let's put it that way. All right, so let's back out. So let's put 3 in reverse. So we'll do 4. 3 stalled. Okay. Let's put 3 in reverse. I was back on out. You see how it's tilting? I have to work on the stability system. It's currently not going to work in reverse because the altimeters need to be turned backwards, so just need an inversion on that. So now what we'll do is we'll zero out. That stalled it again. I need to fix that so it doesn't do that. And we're going to go down on S and up on W. Or up on up and down on S. There we go. And as you can see, we can steer in place. I stalled out 3. I have to keep the engines reasonably close. The way the system works is it's not gonna bring them up in unison if they're not. Essentially, it's too much resistance if we're already moving. So there's 70 knots. Let's crank. Here we go. And there we go. 110 knots out of here. So this is a really fun craft. Enjoying it. It's give me a cool way to do some of these things. Some of these boat missions take a long time. Like, I'm not doing towing with this. That's a tugboat thing. But You know, this type of operation with this type of boat is a lot of fun. You could scream around at, you know, 110 knots, let's say 100 knots. Reliably, we can go places. So, especially rescue missions, this is going to be a fun craft to do that. You know, and this makes sense. This is what this boat is intended for. It's that type of work. Just have an AI ship there. So you see the bow comes up naturally over the swells and then crashes back down. So that's one of the reasons I like the altimeter system, is it works well with that. And let's see. That boat, that we did a rescue on this. It hasn't disappeared for some reason. I don't know why. There's the oil platform. So we are down to, so we burned about 500 gallons. So what is gallons to liters? 3. So probably talking at least triple. So let's say we did about 1,500 liters. So that mission, you know, pretty much is a wash with the fuel costs. But I wanted to reposition down here anyway, so that really doesn't matter. You know, this is, again, I like to keep the theme. Oh, wow. Hitting 121 knots. 121 knots, that's not too shabby. 122. Let's start backing it down here. Oh, press the wrong button. Pressing all the wrong buttons there. That's why I like having space bars. My 0 is an emergency. I can just press space bar, and if I accidentally, you know, can't get stopped because I'm pressing the wrong keys, just tap space and it will 0 us out. I'll show you right now. So we're coming against an obstacle, tap the space bar, and it idles all 3 of our engines. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. That is a nice little way to go get some missions done. So I think we'll finish it up there. This has been a lot of fun working on this craft. It really has. It's gives us another tool in the toolbox, and I can see it's pretty much done, or, you know, it's usable in the world. And so that's the main thing I want, is to have some usability. We can go use this on some missions. We're getting a ton of missions where it was rescue people at sea, and the only, you know, fast boat that I built, or the only boat that I've really built, is the tugboat, and so I don't have anything of speed. So now we do, and so we can do a little bit of Stormworks Vice. So I need to name it, decorate it a little bit more, and some tiny things in there. Work on the bedroom, work on the lav, but you know, clean up some of the paint issues in the kitchen, and that should be about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one.